Thank you very much. On Saturday, we have a tremendous rally, and I hope you're all going to be there. It's in Wildwood, New Jersey, where there's going to be a big crowd, and we're going to be saying a lot. We'll be able to campaign on Saturday. And nevertheless, we have a horrible gag order and shouldn't be allowed. It's never been on. Nothing like this has ever happened. What you're witnessing is a first. I have some articles that came out this morning. Jonathan Turley, the predominant question in the Manhattan hush money trial of former President Donald Trump is not one of guilt, but something far more basic. Is the District Attorney Alvin Bragg's case a joke? Is it a prank? Is it a farce? On Thursday, the answers became clear. It's all of the above, but it's also an abominable abuse of our justice system and a wretched assault on the rule of law. It's Jonathan Turley, and it just goes on and finishes, although it's a long story that's brutal about this case. This case is highly unconstitutional. It's presided over by a very conflicted judge, conflicted like I've never seen before. He refuses to take himself off the case, and it should be a mistrial. Their objective, of course, was to humiliate and smear Trump with a gossipy tale of sex that had nothing to do with the criminal charges at issue. Had nothing to do with it. Everything you've been watching has nothing to do with the case. They know that. It was a sophomoric gamble, and it has backfired spectacularly. Miranda Devine, we've heard it all before. Dems already wheeled out the scandal of 2016, and it didn't work then. Why would it work now, 8 years later? And why now, 6 months before the election? In other words, why are they bringing this case right before the election? You know, and so do I, because they're dishonest thugs. Nobody in their right mind thinks that this is what New York is, that they scare prosecutorial resources, and that they have scarce prosecutorial resources and should be spent when people are languishing in jails all over the city. DA Alvin Bragg should be spending his time prosecuting cop bashers and Jew-hating agitators. The message Democrats are inadvertently sending and voting public is that this guy is so strong that we have to cheat to beat him. Well, they are cheating to beat me. This is cheating. This is election interference. Kerry Urban, she says, not going well for the prosecution. Highly respected young lady. Not going well for the prosecution. But when you have a rigged judge, things can go well. So story after story, these are all stories that just came out. These are all stories that are 100% that this is a disgraceful trial. And I'll be going over them with you later. How the left tried to do things to hurt Trump. I'm just going to say two things because I can't read certain words I'm not allowed to read. If I use the words, this guy wants to put me in jail. He's corrupt. Alan Dershowitz. Trump trial will go down in history as a stupendous legal catastrophe. That's the great Alan Dershowitz. Now, I'm not a friend of Alan Dershowitz. I don't know him well. But this is what he writes. This is what everyone's writing. And this is a case that should have never started. Byron York writes a fantastic article, but I have to read it very carefully because if I put one wrong word in, they want to put me in jail. Donald Trump just had an incredible legal week. Well, I didn't really because the judge is highly political, and he's corrupt. And he's also conflicted at a level that nobody's ever been before that I've seen. His Politico, Trump's political fate likely won't be decided by the courts after all because they think the case is so bad. But again, when you have a rigged judge, bad things can happen. Very bad things can happen. I'm trying to edit this very quickly in front of you because if I mention the wrong word, they'll come out here and they'll take me out to a jail someplace because that's the way it is with this judge. He wants to show how tough he is. So this is story after story. I'll give you some more later on. They don't like it when I talk during the day because they'd rather not have me talk at all. They think they're going to get away with this. If this country allows them to get away with this gag order, and the way the case is being handled, like what they're doing yesterday was incredible. It was incredible. What they did, this trial was so horrible. It's no longer justice, and it's a tremendous abuse of the New York judicial system in particular. The New York judicial system has been absolutely abused and abused terribly, and it's the whole world is watching. It's very bad. So I'll now go and sit in that freezing cold courtroom for 8 or 9 hours and think about being on the campaign. But I'll be in the campaign on Saturday at 5 o'clock in Wildwood, New Jersey. Thank you very much.
Sir, how are you going to George